All right, and good afternoon, everyone. Spin Ventures here. We are in downtown St. Augustine in front of the Villa Zareta Museum. And right across the street is the Flagler College, the old college that was here in the 1800s for students and is still in operation today. And this was built in 1803, the Villa Zareta Museum. Also, the same year that the state of Ohio officially became part of the United States in 1803. As we can look up here, you can see more of one of the many historical sites of St. Augustine, with the visionary builder Franklin Webster from 1826 to 1911. And then you go into the architecture, which was this building right behind me. The same architecture used to build with stone and diamond and stained glass. Some stained glass, anyway. And then the Mausoleum Family Legacy. It offers audio guided tours, details of Villa's architectural significance, and it became a gambling casino, restaurant, club, and museum in 1933. It showcases an extensive antiquities collection, antiques from both the original owners. See there, that's Franklin Webster here, his son and wife and 2 kids. Let's get started around touring St. Augustine. Join me, shall you?
With sand, and it was the only method that was resistance to fire, moisture, and insect damage.
It was a way of making concrete back then.
Yep.
1883. By Franklin W. Smith. 1885. Kelly O'Brien House was Henry O'Brien. And then it went to the Loins Building by Smith as well. And all the rest of this one also by Smith in 1887. The Casa Monica Hotel, the Horace Walker House, Ponce de Leon Hotel now is a part of Flagler College. It was built by Henry Flagler. Oh, it's used as a museum now.
Right.
You know,
So we made it over to the Alcazar Hotel. It was the second greatest hotel in St. Augustine. It was constructed by the railroad tycoon Henry Flagler in his effort to create a southern resort city. Opened its doors on Christmas Day of 1888, December 25th. The design craft architects John Carrere and Thomas Hastings reflects the influence of Moorish Mediterranean styles, evoking the architectural flavor of Spain, St. Augustine's mother country. Building features terracotta ornamentation, walls made of poured concrete, which originally contained a large indoor swimming pool and the first such facility in Florida. It operated only until 1931 and it remained closed for 40 years. And then it opened back up in 1946 when Otto Leitner, a Chicago entrepreneur, self-styled king of hobbies, purchased the abandoned building to house an amazing collection of fine arts, musical instruments, ceramics, curiosities of all kinds. And it was operational until his death in 1950. The former hotel has since 1972 housed city offices. Its south half of the museum is named for Leitner, who lies buried in the building's central courtyard. So he's buried here in St. Augustine. And of course, one of my favorite things about St. Augustine is the historical sites. And just walking around, don't really have to pay for much of anything to walk around, and seeing the outside of the historical buildings and who created these buildings and made these buildings made such a historical city, and yet the oldest city in the state of Florida.
To think that, oh, there goes an avalanche.
Oh gosh.
To think how they built stuff back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, oh, look, it looks like a pumpkin.
Sure does.
Although they didn't have Starbucks back
What?
then.
Oh.
Or Mondelez, one or the other. Granddad had one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing is they didn't have Starbucks back then.
The Alcazar shops, the Cafe Alcazar, the beautiful free botanical garden. If you would like to exit over here for stop number 10 for the later museum.
And then get on the next train. It's only $25 extra to do it. But you can do it.
All right, so we have made it to the to the park where the Christmas lights are going to be later on tonight. Where basically that's what we're here for, is to walk around and see the St. Augustine Christmas lights. But first, a little bit more St. Augustine history. First off, with the prisoner of war in St. Augustine during the American Revolution. Check this one out. Onset of American Revolution in 1775. British Crown colony in East Florida was loyal to Baston. In its capital of St. Augustine, the British lodged its prisoners, many American patriots, French allies. Most of these prisoners were given the liberty of the town, but some were held in Castello de San Marcos, which is the fort which is on the other side of the city of St. Augustine. A few captives rented quarters, but most of the men were housed in unfinished state house, which stood near this spot. By the end of 1780, the prisoners included 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence, which were Thomas Hayward Jr., Arthur Middleton, and Edward Rutledge. July 4th, 1781. Patriot captives celebrated Independence Day when they were released from their prison cell. 8-inch Columbine, part of the armament of historical Fort Marion, the Castello de San Marcos. Before, during, and after the Civil War, it presented to the city of St. Augustine by the U.S. War Department, June 12th of 1900. 8-inch Columbine. And then Andrew Young Crossing, a peaceful protest for civil rights. At this location where I'm standing, June 9th of 1964, the civil rights movement leader Andrew Young led a march from Lincolnville to the Plaza de la Constitución, where they met violent opposition. Young had been sent to St. Augustine by Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., a close friend and fellow advocate, to organize a peaceful protest for human rights. When Young led the group of demonstrators across the street to this location, he was beaten by a large white mob that had been waiting for the marchers to arrive. Young recalls being struck down several times in the melee. Activists, being true to Dr. King's nonviolent strategy, walked away. Civil rights historians agree that this was one of the pivotal events that eventually led to the passage of the civil rights legislation. National press coverage of the protests in 1964 helped bring Congress filibuster on the Civil Rights Act vote. And on July 2nd, 1964, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill into the law. Constitution Monument of 1813. March 19th of 1812. The Spanish Parliament in Cadiz wrote the first Spanish Constitution. and issued a royal decree for all Spanish towns through the empire to build monuments and rename their main plazas La Plaza de la Constitución in commemoration of the new constitutional government in Spain. The Constitutional Monument in St. Augustine, capital of the Spanish colony of Florida, constructed in 1813 in celebration of newly formed government in Spain. And on September 15th, 1814, news arrives from Havana that the constitutional government in Spain has been overthrown and returned to the monarchy. A second royal decree was issued to destroy all the Constitution monuments through Spanish Empire worldwide. And the officials of St. Augustine order refused to tear down what they had sacrificed much to build. Believe the Constitution Monument in St. Augustine is the only surviving unaltered monument in the world from this campaign. Spanish to Florida Foundation with 500 years. Colonial St. Augustine Foundation, Government of Spain.
Ben.
Casablanca Inn, historical boutique hotel, 1914.
Right here.
Oh, the horse?
Drunken horse.
Oh, drunk horse. Nice. No, you're good.
Yeah, we're right at the fort now.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom, I'm on TV.
Yes. You're on TV. Not yet, no. I like the decorations. Oh, look. Huh? Right here?
Inside.
It was right there. Yeah, that's the entrance.
In that hallway?
Yeah. It's a shrine. Self-guided tours. Through the exhibit.
I've seen both. Well, so I was looking at this one thing, talking about like, that was talking about,
Doors are low.
based off what,
I don't think it'd be in here. This is like a shrine. This is like a chapel. Like a chapel. Oh, wow. Walking inside the old city gates. Right onto St. George Street. Ooh, fudge. Fudge. Chocolates and fudge.
Maybe more.
So a lot of this sold right next to the oldest schoolhouse in St. Augustine. Got all these brochures, maps, attractions. Here are some of the pirates. Handbook of 50 pirates. Oh, reading this.
Oh, sorry.
Ships, weapons, maps, treasures. Toy train at the top. A lot of games, dance, mat, piano. Best teacher ever. I was filming that way, not him.
On the other than me.
Crazy socks. Even a Bigfoot section. It's raining a little bit here in St. Augustine.
Of course, it starts with the palm trees in the back.
Oh yeah. So we're coming into St. Augustine. Christmas lights. The night of lights. The holiday Christmas season. Have the big tree in the middle of the park here in downtown rainy St. Augustine.
Right, don't step out. No traffic.
Nope.
Right.
Alright, now we're ready to cross over. So right in the middle of the park, and it extends all the way down.
Wait. Let me go.
Yeah.
They can alternate.
Making our way. Whoa.
You need to go down this way, or you can go down the other side. They're kind of the same. So
Let's
whichever
start
one you want.
this way. Okay. We'll keep going. Yeah. There's the. So walk our way through. Got the tree. Big old Christmas tree. Trees, normal trees are lit up. Oh.
It's blowing in you.
Wind's blowing, it's cool. But fun. Smoke machine.